All right, so let's go over the handout for the heat capacity of indium. All right, what we have here, you have an Excel file for a DSC run that was done from 60 to 150 degrees Celsius for 10.4 milligrams of sapphire. That's your standard run, and 35.8 milligrams of indium for the unknown run. Okay, and so we're going to analyze the data. And there's the Excel template right there. So just open it and then download it. And then open the downloaded file and close the original file. So let me see. This is the file on Google Drive. This is the handout describing what to do with the data. Okay, so this is a screenshot of the Excel file. You can see this is what it looks like right here. It's empty right now, except for the data. So what does your Excel file have? You have here the data, which is 10.4 milligrams of sapphire, 35.8 milligrams of indium. The heating rate is 10 degrees per minute. And you have in columns E, F, and G. Okay. You have the DSC for the blank run, column C, the sapphire run, column D, and column E, the run for indium. Notice that the DSC unit is UW, that's microwatts. So that's actually microwatts. And you have your temperature is 60, 61, 62, that's 1 degrees apart. Okay. And then what you need to do first is correct the DSC signal for the sapphire by subtracting the blank from it, and then correct the DSC signal for indium by subtracting the blank from it. Okay, so that should be straightforward. Let's go ahead and do that. What do I do here? How do I get the corrected sapphire signal? The value for sapphire minus the value for the blank. And then you can just copy that down. And then the value for indium is this number, the wrong value, minus the corrected value, minus the blank. And then just copy that down. Okay. Which one? This one? The uncorrected value, which is column E, minus the blank, which is column C. That will give you the corrected DSC signal for indium. And you'll notice this is from 60 to 150 degrees Celsius. Okay. All right. Let's plot the DSC signals versus temperature, and let's explain why the values are negative. Where's the plot? There's no plot anywhere, so let's do a plot here somewhere. Insert chart. And you don't want to put markers on the data points because there's too many of them. It's going to look so crowded. So let's just use scatter plot with smooth lines. Okay, and so what do we have here? What are we going to plot? We're going to plot indium and sapphire, right? So chart design, select data, add. We're going to put sapphire first. Corrected sapphire. X values would be temperature. Okay. And our Y values would be the corrected DSC signal for sapphire. And that's what it looks like. Okay. And And hit OK. And then let's add another one, another series to our chart. This time it's going to be our indium. And our X values are the same from 60 to 150 degrees. And our Y values would be the corrected Y values for indium. Okay. This looks weird, right? But you look at your scale. Let's change this from a maximum of 0 to a minimum of 2000, negative 2000. So you can see it is negative, right? It's below 0. I've actually cut off the data. The earlier part of the run, actually, it takes time for it to actually get caught up. And then, so if you were to, if I did not cut off the data, you would have seen this start off at 0 first, and then it gets caught up after a while. Okay, so those are the DSC signals for the indium and the sapphire. Do you why should it be negative? Got a higher heat capacity than the blanks, the empty pan, right? Yeah. So the difference is, and you can see the heat capacity of sapphire and indium looks like they're very similar. At least these two samples that we have, the 10 milligrams of sapphire and the 35.8 milligrams of indium. All right, so let's see how we can calculate that heat capacity. All right, so we do need to label this later, but for now, I'm just going to leave that unlabeled. Well, let me just label it then. I can show my legend, sapphire, indium. Axis titles would be what? For the y-axis, DSC. And the x-axis is temperature. Degrees Celsius. Okay. DSC, what's the unit for our DSC? Microwatts. So. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to calculate the specific heat of sapphire because that's our standard. Okay. Stop the recording.